Have you ever felt that cold emptiness when she smiles politely and then just disappears into the crowd? Pay close attention now, because I'm going to reveal the ultra-rare secret that transforms lukewarm encounters into instant chemistry that burns like fire. It's like having the perfect match that ignites any spark at any time with any woman. I guarantee that in the next few minutes, you're going to discover exactly how to create that magnetic connection that makes her feel something different when you're around. It's not magic. It's pure method. Do you know what your biggest problem is right now? You're playing the wrong game. Every time you approach a woman, you become just another guy in line, another polite guy, another potential friend, and she's already categorized you in the wrong box before you even finish your first sentence. Want to know the worst part? While you're stuck in this cycle of lukewarm conversations, other guys are creating instant sparks using techniques almost no one notices. You stand there, being nice, asking questions about her job, the weather, anything generic. And then you wonder why she always chooses the other guy, the guy who arrived later, the guy who said less, the guy who created chemistry in minutes. The truth hurts, doesn't it? You're not invisible by chance. You're invisible because you don't know how to light the spark. It's like trying to make fire by rubbing two whetstones together. It's not going to happen. Now listen to me. I've spent over a decade deciphering this code, field testing it, failing, succeeding, refining it until I found the effective method that always works. It's not internet theory, it's pure practice, raw reality, results you can touch. Remember this, instant chemistry isn't luck. It's applied social science. And you're about to master that science. I'm going to show you now the 5 fundamental pillars that create this irresistible magnetic connection. Pay very close attention, because each one is a key that opens a different door in the female mind. First pillar, magnetic presence before the first word. You need to understand one thing right now. 70% of attraction happens before you open your mouth. It's your body speaking. It's your energy vibrating. It's your presence occupying the space. When you enter a room, women are already evaluating you. Unconsciously, automatically. It's biological. Her primitive brain is asking, is this guy confident or insecure? Is he a leader or a follower? Does he have value or is he desperate? Your posture tells a story. Shoulders back, chest open, chin parallel to the floor. It's not arrogance, it's presence. It's occupying your space in the world without apologizing. Look, there's an exercise few people apply, but it changes everything. Before entering any place, stop for 3 seconds at the door. Take a deep breath. Visualize yourself as the owner of that space, not literally, energetically. Enter slowly, without rushing, as if time obeyed your rhythm. Make eye contact with people. Don't look away. Hold it for 2 seconds, then smile slightly and keep walking. It's like activating an internal radar in the women present. They feel your energy before they even know your name. Does that make sense to you? Second pillar, the art of authentic connection that disarms defenses. Wake up, man. Asking about her job doesn't create connection. Talking about the weather doesn't create chemistry. You need to go beyond the surface fast. There's a technique I call emotional excavation. You ask questions that reveal who she really is, not what she does, who she is. Instead of asking where she works, ask what makes her jump out of bed in the morning. Instead of asking where she's from, ask what place in the world makes her feel most alive. See the difference? A generic question gets a generic answer. An emotional question opens a door to her inner world. And here's the secret almost no one notices. When she answers, don't jump to the next question. Dig deeper. If she says she loves to travel, ask what was the moment she felt most free. If she says she loves music, ask what song makes her cry every time. You're creating a space where she can be vulnerable, and vulnerability generates instant connection. But pay attention to the crucial detail. You also need to share. It's not an interrogation, it's a dance. She reveals, you reveal, she opens, you open. Tell a story of yours that connects with what she said. Show that you also have depth, that you also feel, that you are also human. Can you feel the difference? Third pillar, igniting the emotional spark with calibrated tension. Now comes the part that separates the men from the boys. Creating sexual tension without being vulgar. creating challenge without being a jerk, creating emotion without seeming desperate. It's a game of push and pull, approach and withdraw, give attention and take it away, compliment and tease. When she tells you something about herself, you can say something like, "You seem like the type of person who always chooses the harder path." Why? This challenges her to explain herself, to reveal more, to invest in the conversation. Use humor as a secret weapon, not canned jokes, situational humor, clever observations about the moment, about her, about the two of you. If she spills something, you can say, "First impression 10 out of 10, motor skills 3 out of 10, with a smile. No malice. It's playful banter that creates connection. And here's the ultra-rare element, Viewmaster, strategic vulnerability. Share something genuine about yourself that shows you're not perfect, but choose wisely. It's not about recounting your traumas. It's about showing humanity. Maybe you tell her about that time you got nervous during an important presentation, or about how you still call your mom when you're sick, something that shows strength and sensitivity at the same time. This creates an emotional roller coaster. She laughs, she's moved, she's surprised. All in minutes. It's pure chemistry happening. Are you following the logic? Fourth pillar, the perfect timing of natural escalation. Timing is everything. Hurry up and pay attention because this is pure gold. You need to read her signals like an open book. When she leans her body towards you, it's a green light. When she touches her hair while talking to you, it's a green light. When she maintains eye contact for more than 3 seconds, it's a green light. But don't be anxious. Don't skip steps. The escalation needs to be as natural as breathing. First, you create gradual physical proximity. Sit closer, stand closer, always respecting personal space, but slowly decreasing the distance. Then you introduce casual touch. A touch on her arm when she makes you laugh, a hand on her back to guide her through a door. Always brief, always natural, never forced. If she doesn't pull back, you continue. If she reciprocates, you accelerate. If she pulls away, you retreat and rebuild comfort. It's a dance, remember. You lead, but you need to feel if she's following your steps. The fatal mistake most people make. Staying in the comfort zone for too long, talking for hours without creating physical tension, without escalating, without showing intent. You don't want to be the friend, you want to be the guy she can't get out of her head. And that requires courage to escalate at the right moment. There's an infallible test. After about 20 minutes of conversation with good chemistry, suggest changing environments. Let's get some air outside. Let's sit at that quieter table. Let's take a walk. If she accepts, it's because the chemistry is flowing. If she hesitates, you still have work to do. Does that make sense to you? Fifth pillar, the triad of instant attraction in action. Now I'm going to give you the complete framework that ties everything together. It's the triad of instant attraction. Magnetic presence plus authentic connection plus emotional spark. When you combine these 3 elements, something magical happens. She feels something different, something she can't explain, something that makes her want more. Imagine the scene. You're in a busy coffee shop, the aroma of fresh coffee in the air, conversations all around. You see an interesting woman reading a book. You approach with magnetic presence, upright posture, confident steps, no rush. You open with something authentic. "Excuse me for interrupting, but I need to know if that book is as good as your concentration suggests." Direct, genuine, different. She smiles. You sit down. The dance begins. You ask questions that matter. What in that book is really resonating with you? Are you always this intense when you read? She answers. You truly listen. You're not waiting for your turn to speak. You're absorbing who she is. You share something about yourself. You talk about the last book that changed your perspective. You show that you also have depth. You introduce humor. You tease lightly. "I bet you're the type who reads the ending first, aren't you?" She laughs, denies it. You playfully argue. You notice she's leaning towards you. The signals are there. You touch her arm when you make an important point. She doesn't pull back. You suggest continuing the conversation somewhere else. "There's a place nearby with the best hot chocolate in town. Shall we go?" She accepts. The chemistry is established. The spark has been lit. Can you visualize this happening? Now let me tell you about the #1 mistake that can destroy everything. The need for approval. When you seek approval, you kill attraction. When you try to impress, you push her away. When you agree with everything, you become invisible. Women are attracted to men who have their own opinions, their own values, their own life. Don't be afraid to disagree. Don't be afraid to have standards. Don't be afraid to be yourself. If she says something you don't agree with, say so. Respectfully, but firmly. It's interesting you think that way, but I see it differently. And explain your point. This creates healthy tension. It shows that you're not just another desperate guy who agrees with everything to please. Remember, you're not there to impress. You're there to connect, to create chemistry, to light the spark. And that requires radical authenticity. Being yourself, the best version of yourself. But still you, do you understand the difference? There's another secret I need to share. The power of calibrated mystery. Don't tell your whole life story on the first date. Don't reveal all your cards. Keep something reserved. When she asks about something personal, sometimes you can smile and say, that story is for another day. It creates curiosity. It creates a desire to know more. You're not an open book. You're an interesting puzzle she wants to put together. But be careful. Too much mystery turns into coldness. You need to balance it. Reveal enough to create connection. Hold back enough to create curiosity. It's a game of psychological seduction. And you're learning the rules now. Are you processing all of this? Now let's talk about presence in the moment. Something almost no one masters in the age of cell phones. When you're with her, you're 100% present. Phone on silent. Eyes on her. Mind there. She's used to guys who check Instagram during conversation, who answer messages, who are physically present but mentally absent. You're going to be different. You're going to give her something rare these days. Total attention. This alone creates a deep connection. She feels that you truly see her, that she matters, that this moment is special. And you know what else? You'll notice details that others miss. The way she plays with her hair when she's nervous. The way her eyes light up when she talks about something she loves. The change in her tone of voice when she's truly interested. These details are ammunition to create an even deeper connection. You can comment on them. Notice them aloud. Show that you're really paying attention. Do you see how this changes everything? Let me tell you about the concept of emotional scarcity. It's one of the most powerful tools there is. You need to be the guy she's not sure she can have. Not by being a jerk. By having value. You have your life, your projects, your passions. She's an incredible complement, not the center of your universe. When you make plans, sometimes you're busy, not always available, not always free. This communicates that your time has value. But when you are with her, you are present. It's quality over quantity. She needs to feel that earning your attention is an achievement, not a right. This creates desire. It creates chemistry. It creates that delicious tension that makes her heart race. Does that make sense to you? Now, an important warning. None of this works if you're faking it. Women have an internal radar for detecting falsehood. It's evolutionary. It's instinctive. They can tell when you're acting. That's why the effective method isn't about pretending to be someone else. It's about enhancing who you already are, about developing real skills, about genuinely becoming more interesting. This means investing in yourself, having interesting hobbies, developing your passions, building a life you love. When you have an amazing life, sharing it becomes natural. Attraction becomes a consequence. Chemistry arises organically. You're not trying to impress, you are impressive. Brutal difference. Did you get the message? Now let's address the elephant in the room. What if you're not naturally charismatic? Listen closely. Charisma isn't genetic. It's a trainable skill. Like weightlifting for your personality. You start small. Practice eye contact with the grocery store cashier. Strike up a conversation with your Uber driver. Make small talk in the coffee line. Every interaction is a workout. Every conversation is a repetition. You're building your social muscle. Over time, it becomes natural, automatic, part of who you are. It's not about becoming extroverted if you're introverted. It's about developing social skills regardless of your personality type. Introverts can create instant chemistry just as well as extroverts. Sometimes even better, because they know how to listen. They know how to create depth. They know the power of silence. Use your natural strengths. Amplify what you already have. Don't try to be what you're not. Can you see how liberating this is? There's one more crucial thing. The moment to ask for her contact information. Don't wait for the perfect ending. It doesn't exist. Ask when the energy is high. When you're both laughing, when the connection is flowing, be casual but direct. I need your number, I want to continue this conversation. Simple as that. Don't justify, don't over-explain, don't seem insecure. It's natural to want the contact of someone you had chemistry with. If she hesitates, don't insist. Smile and say, no problem. It was great talking to you. And maintain positive energy. Sometimes she'll test you to see if you get affected. If you maintain your composure, often she'll change her mind and offer her number. It's all about maintaining your frame, your energy, your value. Is that clear? Now let's talk about the follow-up. What to do after getting her contact. Don't text immediately. Wait a few hours, or even until the next day. Show that you have a life. When you text, refer to something specific from your conversation. Show that you remember, that it was special, that it wasn't just another one. Avoid generic text conversations. Use messages to set up the next meeting. Text is for logistics. In person is where the chemistry happens. Keep the mystery alive. Don't be available all the time. Don't always reply immediately. Have your own rhythm. She needs to feel that you have other things going on, that she's not your only option. Paradoxically, this makes her want to be your priority. Does that make sense? Look, I know it seems like a lot of information, but it all boils down to one simple principle. Be the best and most authentic you. Have presence, create real connection, generate emotions. When you combine these elements, chemistry isn't possible. It's inevitable. You're not manipulating, you're optimizing, you're not faking, you're evolving. And here's the final truth few men understand. Instant chemistry isn't about her. It's about you. It's about the man you become in the process, about the confidence you develop, about the life you build. When you become that man, creating sparks becomes natural, automatic, part of who you are. You stop chasing and start attracting. You stop begging for attention and start commanding presence. It's a complete paradigm shift. And it starts now, with you deciding to apply what you've learned. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. The next interesting woman you meet will experience something different. She'll feel that spark. She'll remember you, because you won't be just another guy. You'll be the guy who created instant chemistry, who made her feel something she hadn't felt in a long time. Remember the metaphor from the beginning. You now have the perfect match, the right technique, the effective method. The spark is in your hands. Literally, use it wisely. Use it with intention. Use it now. Don't let this knowledge die in theory. Make it live in practice, in your life, in your interactions. Like this video now before you forget. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on notifications, because what's coming next is even more powerful, more profound, more transformative. You've just learned to create the spark. The next step is to turn that spark into a fire that won't go out. But that's content for another day. For those who are committed, for those who apply, for those who make it happen. Are you one of them? Then I'll see you in the next video. Now get out there and create instant chemistry. The world is waiting for your best version, and so is she.